you don't grill him about what they do when they see each other.
Yeah, but you're a girl.
Why that double standard? This is a little weird.
Big Family, Big City recap part 3, and I'm starting us slow because but you're a girl, it's good. Right down where we left off, the kids were talking about dating rules and the people that they're seeing and all this kind of stuff, right? Which is just a completely unfair conversation. Why is she getting grilled and he's not? And the mom says straight up, his girlfriend's long distance, so I'm not too worried about it. The same girlfriend he's married to now, by the way. So the kids are setting the scene for the boyfriend to come over and meet them, and the parents are like, well, we're not going to grill him. We just want to make sure he knows that you're our treasure. But none of these things are ever mentioned in accordance with the boy who is also dating and who is clearly in a much more serious relationship because Pearl and that boy are no longer together, but he's married, like I said. Then we jump into finances again. That was a huge part of this show. And I'm going to tell you one thing that has been grinding my gears a little bit. People are like, well, it's not your business and blah, blah, blah. They went on national TV and outlined all of this, and it was horrifying. So if you're upset with me, how about you go take it up with them, okay? And on their page, they're upset. I did go look a little bit because I was curious because everyone's blowing this out of proportion, saying it the wrong way, even though a couple months ago they made a video saying the kids didn't pay the bills, and they went on their show and said that they did. So, you know, honestly, I can't, were you lying then or you lying now? I don't know. It just seems like they lie a lot. I don't know. Plus, really, if you're okay with putting kids in this position, you and I are never going to agree or get along. So let's all just flit off into the universe, do our own mental gymnastics about what we need to, and call it good.
So we came to New York City with savings, and that disappeared very quickly.
That's New York.
Income-wise, my salary pays half our rent. I work as a project manager in the sign industry. Amber does content creation.
Hey guys, this is Amber. I'm a mom of 11 kids, and we live
With
in
the
New York
kids.
City. Today is Sunday.
Everything else has to come from busking.
So that one with her employment, I didn't like the way it was phrased. Let's drift into that. So her kids are actually the majority of the content creation because do it on your own, get the same followers, make the same money, and then you're the content creator, but you guys are a family channel. So the kids deserve a lot of credit there, and I don't think it's fair when they say, oh, well, the mom's doing it. Not without the kids.
The income really fluctuates. Sometimes we'll have a really good month, and then the next month there'll be almost nothing. And trying to pay bills with a fluctuating income like that is pretty scary. Hey, did we pay?
Yeah, we paid.
We paid, okay. Don't want to be bad in the neighborhood. It feels like our financial situation is becoming more and more of a strain. Causes a lot of marital tension between Mark and I that wasn't there before.
But you know who else gets to worry about that financial strain and have that put? I mean, you saw his breakdown. $6,000 a month take home with $12,000 rent. And then you got to remember, you have utilities, you have transportation, you have food, you have so much. So that worry is not only on the parents, but the children are actually having to worry about keeping the house afloat also, all the way down to like a year-old. Now, one of the shiftiest parts for me is that we're doing all of this for our kids and we move them to this city and it's this huge sacrifice. But she doesn't even actually want her daughters to pursue what this big sacrifice is for. We can hold hands because when I heard this, I was like, sounds like the life that was set forth for me. Black sheep. Woo!
Excited for you guys to move on to the next stage. Find somebody nice and then be married to until you're dead. Now that Pearl is dating, I think it's really important to talk to my girls about the different roles in marriage relationships. I want you to have a husband that would want to have a family, you know, that is interested in providing for you. I do feel that our boys should be providers when they get married. I really want my girls to prepare to be wives and mothers. You will find your fulfillment being a wife and a mother.
You don't get to tell people how they might be fulfilled in life, even if they do happen to be your children. That's just not how this works. Not to mention to totally undercut all this amazing work that they've done by, oh, well, that was great, but, you know, here's what you need to do instead. And I always have to say this. I'm very fulfilled as a mother. I love being a mom. I love my job too. You can do both. There's nothing wrong with either or. What's wrong is having your choices taken away from you before you've even gotten into the world. Not cool.
I do feel like the man should provide, and I want my husband to provide.
Everyone can provide.
But I'm also really, really, really want to have a career in like film. Like I want to be a film score.
And you deserve
Just
it,
because
girl.
I have a family doesn't mean I can't like perform still.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I want to play music for.
There's a lot of things you can do from home when you're ready to start a family that would help support what your husband's doing.
This was another one of those moments where I was just endlessly impressed with these kids, a lot of them, because it's not easy to stand up for yourself in the face of that because they just won't listen and they don't get it. If they even tried for like 5 minutes to get it, they could. They're not incapable, but they're not, that's just their way or the highway.
When I have a family, I don't want to put aside my musical career for the sake of kids.
Okay, let's go.
It does seem a little bit strange to me that at the first baby, she would want me to drop my musical career that she's put like every bit of her life into. Had the whole family move cross country.
No, it's confusing, but it's not. There is a large level of self-centeredness, especially when you see kind of the decisions the parents are making. And a lot of the decisions they're making directly impact the kids in like a negative way. So I'm not going to extrapolate on why, but it seems like the move may have been more about mom and dad than necessarily the kids. Yes, the kids are in Juilliard, this is amazing and everything, but a portion of the kids, they don't even want them to use that Juilliard training because they have different plumbing. I mean, come on. Or if they use it, they can only use it in a way to support their husband. So if their husband comes home in this ideology and says, I don't want you to play music anymore, it's taking away from XYZ, you're supposed to stop.
If one of my girls decided to pursue a career and not have a family, I would kind of feel like I failed. At a core level, that's a woman's nature. And I know it's not politically correct to say that, but I kind of feel that way.
It's not a success that your kid might actually be happy and feel good in that situation. It's just a failure, which also, question about that failure, why bother moving the whole family to New York and doing all of this stuff if you only have one plan for them that will make you feel fulfilled? But what about their fulfillment? I don't know. Not to mention, anyone says, oh, well, I know it's not PC. I'm like, okay, conversation's over. I am leaving. Someone hold my notebook. I got to go. Now, at the end of another video, I made a reference that I just wanted to make sure all of you know what this reference is. It's from Circle of Friends. Great book, great movie.
I don't know why you let me go to university. It's like taking me to the top of the mountain and showing me the world and then marching me back down and saying, that's what you can't have, Benny, you silly, grey, fat article. This is what you can have. Not Glenn for the rest of your life and married to Sean bloody Walsh. I'd rather be married to a bloody lizard.
Couldn't recommend enough. I don't even know where to find the movie at this point. You can Google that, where to watch or whatever, but the book is amazing and you can order that wherever. But yeah, what's the point? You know what I mean? If you're just going to tell them this isn't for you anyway, I don't know, but I'm gonna have to do one more part because I do want to put where the parents are actually talking about the finances and leaving New York and all that in one part, and I'll see you there. Have a good day.